Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Against the Storm, where today we continue out to the east, west, this is west, you don't know which side north is on. This could be any direction. And I think we're going to go around the top side of this abandoned settlement. It's Scarlet Orchard territory either way, but this way we have access to two tiles that are adjacent to whatever this is, whereas this way we'd only have one, and who knows, maybe they're different biomes, maybe that matters. Maybe none of this matters. Who can really say? The important thing is I don't have a name for this settlement. So we can start with 7 people or 8 people, not knowing exactly what kind of villagers we're going to get. This lets us start with some pottery and pipes, which is like kind of interesting. There's already 12 pipes in the base goods though, and I don't know that. I think we're probably taking the top. I hope it's not boring that I just always take the one that has the beavers in it, but like, beavers are very good. They're very useful, and they have a really nice set of needs that overlap well with the other people's, and yeah, they're just like consistently. You know what? In honor of the beavers, we're calling this place Incisor Town. And we're bringing along, probably not the herbalist camp design, as much fun as that is. Let's get some stone, and then we got, what, 3 points left? Why is 36 points of vegetables 2 cost? That's weird, right? Let's do this. That seems fine. Okay, here's a question. Do we want to turn the difficulty up? I feel like I feel like we're doing well on veteran. We could try pushing it. Every time we push it up, we're increasing our rewards, right? So this is the gateway to the prestige difficulties. That's interesting. I kind of wish, can I get this to stay up? No, you have to let this thing close to flip back and forth between the differences. That's a little annoying. So the hostility multiplier goes up when you move to Viceroy, and also that's it, actually. That's the only thing that happens. Well, that's not trivial. We have seen that. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. We have a nice positive modifier here. We get to start with some buildings, and let's go ahead. I don't think we start with completed buildings. I believe we start with, like, ruins, right? But it's still, you know, it's still something. It's buildings we don't necessarily have to get the blueprints for and whatnot. All right, so woodcutters can carry more goods in drizzle. That's all right. Gathering speed is bad during the storm. The hearth's corruption resistance is bad during the storm. That's not really super meaningful. I'm not worried about that. People leaving during the storm is bad for you, and then some wild shit happens if you get to 6 hostility. Don't let that happen. It's not even that bad. Really. Okay, a small destroyed settlement. We have access to the archaeologist's office, and ancient excavation sites can be found here. That seems fun. So what have we started with? A ruined distillery, a ruined druid's hut. Druid's hut is oil incense coats. That's interesting. And a ruined big shelter, which is like extremely whatever. Probably we will not bother to repair that. Probably I'll just break that down. So wine, porridge, and barrels. This one's also, I'm not like super excited about it. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and salvage this one for space real quick. Yeah, converts a little bit of stone into clay, which is kind of weird. And then not a lot of neutral glades around us. We're gonna end up in a dangerous glade pretty quickly probably here, which is fine. So, as ever, pretty hard to turn down the early carpenter. You know, the use of nearby farm fields to produce crystallized dew, which is effectively a metal, is pretty interesting. Because, like, the carpenter can make tools out of crystallized dew. Yeah, maybe we should pick up the forester's hut. Resin and crystallized dew are both high value. Neither of them are food, of course, but... Well, high value is strong, but they both have, like, cool uses. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try something a little bit different here. This is a tough one. Do we want to pick up another source of farmed food, or we should probably go for... We should probably go for one of the camp upgrades. But we are absolutely guessing at this point. Yeah, gosh. I guess the trapper's camp. And we have a source of coats already, although it's not an optimal source of coats. Skewers require just kind of like any plant food and any meat food. Interestingly, you can make skewers out of jerky, which is not something that I would think you would ever want to do. That's kind of feels like a rough situation. Let's take the cellar. The pickled goods and the jerky. We have lizards. Like, that seems pretty good. Okay, and then I think let's kind of get to what has been the cycle lately. So we'll get you down. Chop our way into this. May as well establish the second one. We only have 11 people to start with. This will be fine. Okay, do that, and then we got some berry bushes and some reed fields, which can wait. Okay. To work, everybody. And then, of course, we'll try to get housing figured out. I feel like we did a pretty good job last time. Stuff got established before we had the opportunity to lose too many people to low resolve. Let's wait until this thing's down before we assign any more bodies. Yeah, because right now we only have one builder. Speaking of our one builder, they should probably actually be building something. Okay, stone and copper and no food. A little worrying. They got through that quick though, huh? I guess we already have the basic roads that are normally what we would have that person doing. You know what? I guess we can just go ahead and assign you. They're almost done with this other stuff anyway. Yep, and the food gathering totally matters. Okay. So... can be upgraded to locate archaeological discoveries or improve the settlement's exploration capabilities. I'm very interested to see this in action. I guess let's get established our crude workstation because we're gonna need it. And I guess we can run it down here. Nope, I'm trying to click to place building. Get rid of that. There we go. Thing is just in the way. Oh, right. We should probably take a cornerstone, I guess. Reeds and clay for each discovered glade. Get a lizard for every 25 eggs. I don't really love random population growth or, like, you know, difficult to predict population growth. I like having a button. Let's take the exploration contract. Not that we have immediate need for those resources anyway, but give us something to do. Okay, 2 rain engines, produce 4 pipes, and then deliver 4 pipes, because otherwise you would just hit this immediately, right? Well, throw rain engines into 2 buildings is like absolutely doable. Hey SB, are you ever going to actually use rain engines? Yeah, probably. Maybe. We have more than 30 eggs. We could just crush this right now. The obvious downside here is that this isn't a great set of rewards immediately, whereas this, a bonus to plank production everywhere, plus 20 bricks, plus 4 tools, actually rules as a reward. The downside being that that's just a lot of stuff you throw away to get it to fire. I think I am going to take it. It really is. It's so much better as a reward. And then that's deliver 40 flour or deliver lots of everything. I mean, again, reinforced needles is probably good. Parts are fine. The porridge is currently not really valuable to anybody. It's just food. Yeah, I guess we'll take this one. There's some slightly slower than usual objectives here. But, like, I can just, like, throw a rain engine in that, right? That we will definitely make use of that at some point. And then probably in the carpenter's building as well, once we make our carpenter. Right now we only have 2 free hands. Well, let's put one of you to work, I guess. So what do we need most? We're going to need kind of everything. Let's make sure these are set to use every resource that they can pull from. Don't make pipes right now, please. But yeah, planks and fabric, I think both make sense. Here's a question. Once I have fixed this, can't be moved. So wine porridge and barrels, do I want to just break this down? Because it's in a bad place, and I don't particularly love its outcomes. The outputs of this building are definitely more interesting. I think we probably keep the Druid's hut. But I think I might trash the distillery. Wine and porridge are both like of dubious value. I guess you guys do like luxury, but we have to get the luxury building first, and then this is early food and prime real estate is the problem. I'm wondering if I'm being short-sighted. Maybe we just leave it. I'll just leave it. So we would need to build a lizard house. That is the front, apparently. And then, unfortunately, 5 beaver houses, which is it's just so much wood. It is so much wood. Yeah, we can do this and this. Okay. So those are all considerations. You know, once all of the parts have been made. Oh, wait, what am I talking... Sorry, I don't want to make all the planks until after we have our, did I not... Hold on, did I not even take a carpenter? Maybe I'm misremembering? No, that's right, we took a forester's hut and a cellar, and yeah. Okay, no, we are making our planks here, unfortunately. Well... could be a lot worse. Okay, yeah, so just get to work, and what I might do here is let's release one of you. You can come work on this, and that'll mean we can still keep, okay, small abandoned cache, some fertile soil, which is interesting, and herbs. Alright, so we don't need a ton of the other stuff. I'm going to try using the limiters in a more sensible way this time. Like, we probably don't need more than 4 of these 2 things in our house. This stuff you could probably build up to, like, Yeah, maybe let's not have more than 10 sitting around just to prevent, you know, me totally spacing and leaving people running on that thing forever and consuming all of our wood the way that happened with the blight post last time. So what's our second building that we're going to install a rain engine in? I guess I don't necessarily need to be in a big hurry to get the objective done. I should probably path. You know, I'm gonna move this because I really want to run the path straight through there, right? I guess we'll move it like here. We'll just let them work. Okay. Well, one of our populations is properly housed before the storm, and it's the population that's most likely to bleed people during that first storm, so that's very helpful. And honestly, like, the early storms are so short and the speed that these numbers are falling at is low enough that we might not actually even lose a beaver. Like, they won't be in the red for a huge amount of time. Oh, y'all just punched right through here, huh? Okay, well, now we're dealing with that. We found a rain mill. That's interesting. And some fertile soil, a bunch of herbs. Herb and reed fields large, which means I did not make the correct choice with the upgraded camp design. And we've also discovered this ancient shrine, an ominous shrine from a long forgotten era. Dangerous, but it might hold some ancient knowledge. It doesn't look like excavating it is super valuable. Ooh, and looting it gets us 10 packs of building materials. I think we're probably just going to loot it. Massive hostility penalty, but, you know, if we don't deal with it, it's going to eat a bunch of our villagers. So, the thing is, I probably don't want to start running the event during the storm. We will wait until the storm ends, and then we will get people on that. I'm going to do a little favor here. We're going to try to balance resolve until the storm ends. Looks like that's going to work just fine. Okay. There we go. Keep people from falling. Let's get new folks in. And, yeah, planks and bricks. Absolutely. Throw a couple lizards on this immediately. Yep, hostility is hostile. It is a problem. 3 barrels for every 10 planks produced. Yo, that's a lot of free barrels. A reputation point every time you sell goods worth 60 amber, while slowing reputation gains from resolve considerably. Newcomers arrive more quickly and bring more goods. No, let's get free barrels. I really like getting reputation from resolve, honestly, like. Yeah, this is a real shame. Our situation is they're going to be low on resolve for a really long time, but we got to get this done, right? The good news is it won't take that long to finish it once they actually run the eggs out. But yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a problem here. Okay, the beaver who was on Builder left. That is a shame. I really don't want to interrupt this. I want to let this finish. Okay, objective. Have at least 3 buildings with rain engines installed. I mean, we almost get there for free, right? This is delivering an awful lot of building materials, and like the rewards are good, but the other one's almost free. Discover 3 dangerous or forbidden glades. Just discover 3 in total. And this is break through some glades kind of together. 150 seconds is not a lot of time. But also, this isn't that hard to do. And it does come with 10 tools. This isn't that hard to do, she says, having accomplished not a single fucking task so far. We'll get there. I don't have any water, so I can't speed things up here anyway. It's a little inconvenient. Alright. For the moment, all we're really doing is just waiting for this to resolve. Okay, lost another beaver. Yep, we can see exactly how long that's... Okay, y'all kicked right through that, huh? Jeez. Well, fallen beaver traders. Do we have the kind of stuff? We don't have the kind of stuff that would pay for their funeral. However, we're going to receive 30 coal. No, it's not coal. It's oil and resin, the other burnables. Can we get... No, this does not get us any of the materials. Yeah, we can't break stuff down very easily. This gives us a bonus to resin production, but not actually any resin. Salvaging this press would just give us provision packs for some reason. And we definitely don't want to rob the dead, right? Massive minus 12 to beaver resolve. But I guess we don't have a choice. We can't, we don't have 15 amber, and we won't have 15 amber. Even if we did find a way to get 30 of one of these things, I think we just kind of have to choose rob the dead. So that's fun. I wasn't expecting the breakthrough there. Where's the other... Can we get into a smaller thing here? If we move this, because like the fact that we just broke through makes this an optimal time to try to focus a breakthrough over here, right? Because there's no point in putting down roads. We don't have any extra bodies for road cutting. Where's my other woodcutters thing right now? I moved it somewhere to keep it unobtrusive, and I bloody lost it. Oh, hey, that's handy. That's a handy... Oh, it's right here. Okay, so... Yeah, we could do the same thing here. We could move this to, like, here. I don't know if there's a way to change the size of this. Hold shift for a smaller marker. Okay. I want to get the path they're focused on really narrow. There we go. And apparently you can hold alt to mark individual trees. That's pretty cool. So even if we don't get one of these open in the next 2 minutes, the two of them opening up within 2.5 minutes of each other is pretty likely, I think. Okay, that effect is gone. If we favor the beavers, we still don't get to enough resolve for this to be safe. But we have to start it like pretty soon because blood flowers. Man, why is it going to be minus 12? All right, we can cut you from food gathering for a second. Where are we at on planks? We can get some planks turned into housing. That will help a little. Thing is, I need to pull... What I need to do right now is I need to pull some of the woodcutters, probably, for this. We have a couple of minutes before it's critical, I suppose. Okay, well that's done it. So now we have some incense. Oh, damn. Of course. We pulled in a bunch of harpies who have absolutely no base resolve at all. This is a tough set of things to deal with, all sort of right away, right next to each other. I don't know, we might make use of the bakery. Harpy housing is easy to build, but we don't quite have the resources for both of the houses that they need. All right, let me turn this back off. How do we deal with blood flowers? We can just... Oh, hey, that's an archaeological discovery. Let me not be too distracted here. I think you can just kill blood flowers by assigning people to them. I don't think you need the Blightfire. We might need the Blightfire. Royal archaeologists are certain that a phenomenal discovery is hidden here. The Queen offers a generous reward for unearthing this ancient skeleton. The event is multi-stage and includes excavation, conservation, and reconstruction. So if we just salvage, we get a lot of stuff. But if we excavate, we move on to the next part of the process. It takes a lot of advanced materials and quite a bit of food. But we'll get a tablet, we'll get to see what the next part of this is. I mean, that's certainly neat. So we were just given the amount of incense that would be necessary for this. We have no amber. Could we generate 15 amber? Like, if I were to build the trader's post right now, which is not a bad idea anyway, right? Let's say we just throw the trading post up in this glade. Trying to figure out exactly where it wants to be. I guess it doesn't super matter. Let's call this a high priority. It's a pretty easy build. Let's let that get finished. And we'll see. Yeah, we saw two people just working away on this. Okay. Old Farliff. From you, I need 15 amber. Can we make this happen? We can. The answer is yes. Yes, we absolutely can. Farliff will take just raw cut lumber. Okay, that's going to get us a lot of the way there. We do not need 270 wood. If I do that, and then, like, we can trade off some other stuff that we have just, like, weird spare bits of. Like, we don't need this copper ore, probably. 16 pigment's a weird amount. And then we can trade some clay out for the rest of it. Okay. That gives us enough resources to run the pay for funeral version of this, which doesn't completely crush our resolve. I do think for posterity's sake, so that this is said, I do think that actually Rob the Dead is a better option here. But this is an empathy action, which we know there is at least one cornerstone that cares about these and does like very meaningful hostility reduction. And you know, reputation's good. It's not like, oh no, I had to take the reputation over the other stuff. This can take on harpies to work it. I'm gonna leave the other slot open though. I want that beaver continuing to construct houses. Here comes the storm, and it's gonna be an ugly one. But we at least have some amount of housing up. Okay, we can make this delivery as well. Get reinforced saw blades early, which matters a bunch. You are going to produce so many planks over the course of a run. We don't yet have a second building we can install a rain engine in, but we'll get there. So the large nodes that we have over here are, our herbalist camp nodes. Herbs plus berries. That one's a harvester's camp thing, but we have the big harvester's camp already. So it does make me want to take herbalist camp. Yeah, I think over the rest of these. That makes sense. And then probably we just go ahead and we move this from there to here right away. This, like, the thing is, the stuff I'm producing here is not necessarily food. Right, you can't eat herbs raw, I don't think, but they are ingredients for a lot of food. Maybe we just leave it where it is for the moment. Finish gathering that. So now we need packs of crops and provisions. At some point, we're going to have to build a makeshift post. I don't see any reason really to delay on that. Yeah, we'll just build it right there. Okay, everybody's resolve is trending massively negative. And we met another trader. The Sparkcaster. Blight fighters move 25% quicker. It's a cool upgraded flamethrower. Gain 6 packs of provisions every time you discover a new glade is really good and cool. And just trash some hostility. This would drop us an entire hostility level, which is fantastic, but I don't think there's a universe... Well, I was going to say I don't think there's a universe where we can get that, but maybe actually... It would really help. Okay, what if we put all this on the table and then parts are hard to replace, but not necessarily. Like the last couple of levels, I feel like we've had way more parts than we've needed. And I'm so reluctant to trade off tools. Right, if we put 6 parts on there and then make the rest of the move in like clay. What if I don't put that many parts in there? I'm a little nervous about that. All right, let's do that. Buy this. That'll fix a little bit of our resolve problem. It doesn't actually stop anybody, sadly, from being in grave danger here. Yeah, even if we favored even if we favor the harpies, they'll still be negative. It's really rough. Okay, we don't really care about the hearth's resistance. The gathering speed thing sucks, but for the most part, that's not really what it's about. It's not the negative mysteries. It's just the housing's not up and people are miserable. Yeah, no big surprises there. It's getting dealt with at least. Alright, this one cannot... That cannot be allowed to not be full. This rules. Yeah, no, this is amazing. Every time you open or send a cache, hostility is reduced. Yeah, but packs of provisions. I don't know. Maybe that was foolish, but it just like, that's so much free good stuff. All right, so we're working on that. We're getting housing. Let's pull in the newcomers. Tools versus planks. It's probably got to be the tools. Yeah, I think so. So that's going to necessitate another harpy house and a lizard house and a beaver house as well, because we're not really up to date on anything. So let's see, we can put one more house here. And then we'll go like lizard house over here. There's a bunch of path that needs to get built. This will matter eventually. This is worth building. Whew, yeah. Okay. So, things are more or less resolved now. We gotta keep chopping stuff down, which we're doing. I'm actually gonna move this woodcutter's camp back to a more central area. Still got lots of trees to clear up over here, but we can run them back to the thing more quickly. Do I want to do that with you two? I probably do. We don't really need to expand into more places right now. What we need is clean up. Okay. And we need to start building other buildings that we can put rain engines into. I mean, I would really like this rain mill. How hard is this going to be to rebuild? Not really that hard. Yeah, grab what you need for that. We're doing okay on food. We're doing okay on building materials. We're tearing through planks just as quickly as we can, which is not a surprise. We have 16 tools. So is it worth just doing a break open on this? This one's just got a bunch of food in it. You know what? Send this home. Because we are half a point of reputation away from another design. And also we could use the amber. We'll get that going immediately. And then this will be a rain engine building once it's completed. That'll get us the first one of those. And that'll get us another design right away. Okay, we've just been offered our next set of orders. 4 trade routes worth 8 amber each is not too bad. This isn't very hard either. This has 20 amber attached to it. I think we can probably take that. Just make a bunch of designs. Have 10 harpies and do a little bit of jerky fulfillment is pretty easy. Well, I say it's pretty easy. You do have to get to 10 harpies, but we have 5 already. This is also pretty easy. And it gets really easy to continue fulfilling your coat needs with this. I'll be honest with you. If this was the +3 resolve to 2 harpies reward, which is what I assumed it was before I noticed the 30, I would definitely take harpy villagers, but I think we're going to take new clothes instead here. Okay. Ugh, we have so much resolve still to earn. Let's run the path right up to here and install some rain engine. Give me that. Let's see what we got. We could lumber mill here. We have access to a press. We have no reason to take the press. I think I'm going to take the lumber mill. You know, it is still the case that we are just going to need a shit ton of planks. And wouldn't it be cool if we were getting those planks at some like actual reasonable level of efficiency? And then we will install a rain engine. Can I install it right now? Wild. Okay, but the building, until the building's actually finished, it doesn't seem to count. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so get that built. We brought the thing home. So we don't need a rain mill. Let's see here. Education is doubled up. None of our other service needs are doubled up. So that would tend to bring me toward this. Gain +1 global resolve for every rebuilt or salvaged ruin is actually phenomenal for us in this situation. And then it has brawling attached to it, which is like pretty fine. But yeah, I actually think that's really, really good. Okay, housing's getting constructed, which is really, really great. We only have 3 homeless people right now. Pretty fucking fantastic. There's nobody working here. That should probably get corrected. We do have to eat. Yeah, the we do have to eat problem is significant. I need to build some more camps. Let's get a trapper's camp going because we could use these eggs. Probably that's like a sensible-ish position for it. Okay, that'll work for right now. You know what? I was thinking we would just adjust it later, but why don't we just wrap it around the building relatively tightly now? Okay. I'm not going to make a decision on this one just yet. So do we want to be using this for anything right at the moment? I don't think so. Making flour is not a high priority for us. That building got completed, which means this is available, including the 30 oil, which is fantastic. Gets us another one of these. We don't much need a provisioner, right? Because we have flour and packs of provisions already. Clothier gets us those nice efficient coats. Yeah, I know we have a source of coats. Maybe we don't have a source of coats already. I thought we did. Well, shit, yeah. Then we definitely take the clothier. So, an explorer's lodge. I mean, it's just it's a bunch of raw. Yeah, we'll just throw it up here, right? It's a bunch of raw resolve immediately. So I'm going to prioritize the housing, but yeah, let's try to get that thing built pretty quickly. And I'm going to pull both of you out of this. Let's put one of you in here, and then this can be like lizards or something. Turn off plank production. Turn off these productions right now. Yeah, those aren't the kinds of packs we need. And let's go ahead and, yeah, mark that for like 10. Okay. We have plenty of wood. It should be no problem resources-wise. And we'll worry about fulfilling these orders in a second here. Although I should probably... Yeah, we are at 15 people, so I should probably level the shrine up. So we're gonna throw like a park into the space back here. Like, I think this space is gonna end up not really being a place where we put any housing. We could, but the way things have shaped out here, we'll install a garden as well. That'll be enough for that, and then I'll worry about this aesthetics thing later when the need for planks is not so great. Right, lizards, help gather food for me, please. think we're doing okay on that stuff. I'm a little worried about how close we're getting to the storm, and the housing's not completed yet. It's just, it's so many planks. It is just so many planks always. Getting close though. Okay. The clothier is actually a pretty high priority, right? We will, for real, benefit hugely, hugely from some cloaks. Additional blight rots disappeared. That's pretty bad news. So we don't have a blight post. Gonna have to fix that in a real hurry. This is maybe like the actual priority. This cannot be not maxed out. We need all of the stuff coming in all the time. All farms can plant mushrooms on farm fields during drizzle season. That's interesting. Every villager with their need for education fulfilled increases production speed. That's not super likely to be our deal. Production speed up is good, but we need traders. I guess we'll take the mushroom seedlings. All right. Yeah, that's like a really high priority. Okay, what's your deal? Planting crops is faster. Farmers carry items. Okay, so we don't need any of that stuff. What do we need right now? We could take on some fancy foods. Honestly, I don't think we need anything from you. Jorg, you're just kind of like not the right trader for the moment. And yeah, let's, I guess, take this one. Okay, which creates the need for a little bit more housing. So we're going to need a harpy house and a lizard house. I will leave a little gap here so that we can get through it and continue to build those things. And lizard house. Is this the front? Yeah, that's the front. Okay. Time to move the herbalist's camp up to here. We knew that was coming. No big deal there. Housing is getting accomplished. We are hopefully getting this building finished because there are blight rot cysts and they need to be blight rotified. I'm like really nervous about this. Okay, cool. Yeah, that seems fine. We probably don't need there to be more than, like, I don't know, 5 of these on hand at any time, but, like, do also go out and firefight, obviously. And since we've already had to go and build that, it makes a lot of sense here to pursue the actual usage of this stuff. So we should probably be building some things here. This one wants stormwater. We have a couple of geysers. Like, part of the reason I've not really been using the water stuff is it's just like, it seems like if you don't, you know, it limits the amount that you have to engage. And I'm being lazy. This is basically what it is. Okay, we do have a use for the upgraded foragers camp if we ever want one. We can get some farms going here and get access to goods that at the very least will sell quite well. These herb nodes will produce some amount of berries. We have these reed fields, which I don't even know what we would use the reeds for, but, you know, roots and clay come along with them. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the next most important thing to do. We need to get... So in terms of rain stuff, I think we're just doing collectors because we don't have an easy source of stormwater, and collectors kind of get you everything, and they do it in a very unobtrusive way, but they still have to be worked. So maybe it's not a concern for right now because we are still a little like... I'm still having a little bit of a shortness of bodies. Yeah, okay. Let's worry about some other stuff first. Make sure all the housing gets done. We have the bonus. We have the bonus resolve now. We have the bonus that. Okay. We still haven't unlocked this thing. 10% higher chance of producing double yields and even more corruption reduction. But whatever, it's fine. That's not a super high priority for me, I think. The 200 corruption reduction that is normal seems to... It doesn't seem like we really need to have even that much, usually. It's only a problem here because of the weird mystery effect. Alright, y'all produce coats. How many coats do we need? Fucking, I don't know. Like a bunch. I guess it would be cool if... The thing is, like, we use coats really quickly. Everybody except the lizards will just use coats all the time, and I don't know what the rate of consumption is. I guess don't have more than the results of 3 uses of the recipe out at any one time? Is that a reasonable amount? Maybe. Or maybe I just leave it unlimited because we can sell them, right? Oh, they don't sell for shit. 50. 50 is what I've decided. Okay. I tried clicking on those and they didn't take us to the location of any blight rot cysts, which I am choosing to interpret as a hopeful sign that they've been dealt with already. Oh, this is important. Oh, I really need to get 3 people employed on this as quickly as possible. It's just 3 more resolve and we need it so badly. We could probably cut down on the woodcutters. I'm gonna actually abandon one of the camps entirely. Okay, rad. And now, if we're producing scrolls, we do incidentally get education needs fulfilled. So, I may as well turn that back on. I don't know how... Let's see here. Go ahead and, I guess, don't even use plant fibers. Like, we have wood. I don't know what else I'm using my plant fibers for, though. This is the problem. We have some pigment, because we're getting pigment for free from something, and I'm not 100% sure what that is. These trees have pigment in them? Sometimes. Okay, yeah, it's copper vein trees. So that's just happening. We don't actually know a way to make pigment. Am I right about that? You know what? I will absolutely do this. This seems like a perfectly reasonable use of those things. Well, we do need to put some packs of provisions together for completing this event. We can probably hold off on that. Okay, so... Pigment. No. The press makes oil, flour, and luxury goods. This would make wine. But you can use wine. And the recipe's probably not all that complicated. We get barrels for free. Right? And wine works as a... Okay, yeah. Let's rebuild this. Let's... Boy, we have so many people. Who could I pull off of their task for the moment? I'm going to let these two finish, and then we're gonna pull them. Okay. You two are responsible for the reconstruction of this thing. And then once that's done, we'll put them back in the workstation. But yeah, we could really use more hands. We have kind of a complicated web of needs that we are fulfilling here. It just takes a lot of bodies. Standing level 2 with 3 settlements is really rough. Our villagers don't have a need for leisure, so I'm not sure if this will even... Oh, no, okay, we have one. The beavers do. I don't think either of these things is happening, probably. Yeah, just seems very unlikely. Did they really run out of... Okay, damn it. I want to get other stuff built, but we are like... Okay, there was fabric in the thing. She just ran it out, so they should be actually doing this now. And here comes the storm. Remember, doing this is going to add 1 resolve because of the building up here, so that's worthwhile in its own right. And immediately, the blight rot is out, and immediately they are working on it. I appreciate that. Yeah, continuing to pump up our resolve by making the call about these things and actually, you know, fixing them or breaking them down is probably pretty worthwhile. Lizard resolve is actually headed to 0 now. Okay, rebuilding that. We need to rebuild this one as well. And I do want this press, probably. Honestly, I don't even know. We'll figure it out. We don't want to have to do any favoring shenanigans. Lizards are theoretically falling to 0. But if we favored them, we'd be dumping the harpies, so... Yeah, the Explorer's Lodge turned out to be like an absolutely fantastic option for us on this this run. Gain jerky for pie production. We do like jerky with this party. We don't have a lot of meat hunting. We're not making pie, but we could make pie. Right, we have the resources to make pie. We have herbs and flour in considerable amounts. It's just like there's so fucking much that needs done just all the time. All right, our need for clothing is currently being fulfilled. We are low on food, though. That's gonna fuck everything up. I mean, this is gonna help with that. We're going to be... Gosh, we have to get so many people doing so many things. Alright, well... This one brings in... They both bring in 15 food, but this one also brings in fabric, which I think we actually need at the moment. So... That's going to create a need for... Not actually that much more housing. Okay, so we can set a thing up back here as well. Yeah. And a cute little road back there. Okay, that should cover everybody's advanced housing needs. Keep people running fairly happy. And it's nice to see, like, you order a thing built and then it's just built. Our clothing need is being fulfilled very inconsistently. It's preventing me from getting credit. Okay. Let's put together some packs of crops real quick. I'm only ever going to need 5 at a time. Oh, cool. We don't have any of the stuff Man. Alright. This really sucks. The fact that we can't be getting those roots. We have a little thing over here. Alright, let's create a harvester's camp. Do reeds work? Are reeds in the thing? No, it's like edible food. Or edible foods. Edible plants, you know what I mean. So yeah, we probably do want to be getting our stuff from over here. These are roots, right? Yeah, but that's the green camp type. There we go. Okay. Alright. We're getting needs met well enough, consistently enough, that we are generating resolve, which is important. Always important. Okay, doesn't really matter who we're on this. Please go get us more food and also some root stockpiling. This will be lizard work. We will produce pie and biscuits. Yeah, we do want to produce both. We don't so much need pottery. But in order to get that really running, we also need to have somebody in here working flour. And then it's like, at what point... Alright, I'm going to pull those two. Oh, need roots or mushrooms. Like, we don't actually have anything to... Hold on, we don't have anything to make flour out of. What am I thinking? This probably isn't a 3-person job, actually, most of the time. I think we can probably pull them. I was trying to figure out, like, what do we actually need to have people on so that we can be getting important things finished. Yeah, none of that shit matters. Okay, so what we need is mushrooms, roots, or grains. And unfortunately, we have like very little of any of that stuff available to us. Yeah, there are no sources of mushrooms anywhere. Roots and grains are determined by this, and those are the only roots that we have ever found. If we do produce some forester's huts, we will produce mushrooms from the fields sometimes, right? During certain parts of the year, we can do that. That's probably worthwhile. Also, it might be worthwhile to just buy a bunch of flour from you, because it's not even very expensive. Yeah, what if you just gave me all of your flour and also all of your roots? Well, that gets a little harsh. But, like, we can do that and... like, half the stone, half the clay, and also a bunch of wood to just sort of cap it off, right? Okay. Alright, so that should get some actual biscuits and pie and stuff made, which will help keep our resolve rolling in. Actually, if we favor lizards right now, we're still over the threshold on harpies, so let's do that. And that gives me... Oh, I didn't actually specify the fields. Oops. So that gives us some reputation gains, and also we can get this done. Get that off of our list, which will be nice. Okay, at this point, there's no sense in favoring anymore. It says low on food, but honestly, we're fine.
Oh no. Oh my god. Ah. Mira.
Yeah, okay, we just have no builders for a minute. We're going to be able to pull people out of here pretty quickly, so. Okay, I'm feeling all right about a lot of this. We're getting pretty close to having earned another whole reputation point off of Resolve, which rules. We definitely have the ability to favor our way into additional resolve from that, because we are meeting needs, things are getting done, and I need to make a decision about this. We're doing a rebuild. The decision about this is we're doing a rebuild, but I have to free some people up for that. Okay, so better grain, better fabric, and also some parts. That's pretty good. And then y'all are done with this, and so can come and resolve this thing. And now we can use the provision packs that we're pulling from our thing to actually earn amber. And theoretically, like, increase our standing level, but, like, let's be honest. Let's be honest about that. That's probably not. We're never getting it high enough to matter. Okay, I don't know that we really need any of this. Carpenter gives us tool production, which we don't currently have. And part of the value of the Forester's Hut is that the crystallized dew will allow us to actually make tools, right? So let's go ahead and get one of those down, although I know it's not a thing we can currently actually work on. Things were kind of touch and go there for a little bit, and I know, like, our food situation is still kind of bad, but overall, I'm feeling a little better. Let's see how bad things are once the storm starts. Wow, we're trending all the way down to 0. Okay, that's done. That's good. So woodcutter's camp needs to be moved to a place where I can keep generating trees. That's fair enough. The last order is available. Deliver packs of luxury goods, or... I mean, we got to take the one that has 24 tools attached to it, I think. So what do we still need? 3, 4, 5, 6, and a portion. Reputation. So we definitely have to make sure that we are sending all of our caches home at this point. I think that's the way we finish this. Okay, the other point is this trapper's camp ran out of getables, and we'll just move it back and have it get stuff from here. Although, unfortunately, it's going to be kind of slow going. I'm not actually sure if building over these would remove them permanently or not. I'm going to not build over them just in case, I think. So you can't make flour in any special way. Yeah, you're just... Like, I don't actually want this building, I think. I just wanted to... I mean, it's good to have it for just in case we end up needing the whatever, but mostly it was for the Crown Chronicles, which has been very, very good to us indeed. Okay, do I want to... I guess we may as well set up another farm. That's not the button you used to do that. There we go. Alright, low on food. Are we not... We are not making planks anymore. Ugh. As much as I hate, like, kind of hate to do this because I'm really worried about the food problem. Hostility reduction's like very important. Yeah. I do feel like we just need more hands. Yeah. All right. So as far as orders, we still have one like really easily completable order. Need for clothing fulfilled should just get done. What is the problem you're having? Are we sitting at... Yeah. We're sitting at enough fabric, but we also are not producing the fabric fast enough to actually be fulfilling the coat needs. And I'm not really sure what's up with that. Okay, we can continue to build up here for the moment. We need another harpy house and another lizard house. I like building out like they're really onto something with the design of this thing, right? Like it's really actually very fun to build out the beginnings of these little communities over and over again. It's just a smart design. Okay, so we do need people on this. Do I have beavers in places where beavers don't need to be? I'm really happy that I just like pressed buttons a couple minutes ago until I discovered this. No, the problem is, yeah, okay, the Explorer's Lodge. The Explorer's Lodge doesn't need to be beavers. Yeah, the problem is partially the beavers are just like really good at a lot of stuff. So you can be a beaver. All right. All right, we did hit a reputation threshold there. That's cool. All right, this is waiting on that stuff, and we'll get there. This is waiting on building materials. This woodcutter's camp doesn't actually have any people because we don't have the spare people for it. You are out of flour, which is a very understandable problem. I mean, I'm going to put 2 people in here for the moment, and they'll make flour when they can make flour. But right now, what we need more than anything is to get tool production going. And then once we have dealt with the abandoned caches that are in the zones that we are already in, we can open up some more stuff. These people need to be... there's a specialization there, but... Yeah, alright, fine. Like I was saying, there's too many damn things that require all of the stuff. So, sure, copper bars, whatever. Just turn everything into that. We did get our need for clothing fulfilled, which is great. Gets us another design. Passive effects market carts. Global carrying capacity is increased by 10. That's something. That's significant. Clan halls, ancient ways. It's like better camp production. The temple gives us a bonus to hostility reduction from sacrificing stuff at the ancient hearth. You know, we have an awfully large stack of wood. Maybe we should actually build a temple. I don't think we're going to want an artisan. Yeah, all right. It's not a super high priority, probably. But I guess it's not no priority. Okay, so it's almost built. The resources are there. Yeah, I'm very worried about our food situation pretty much perpetually. Whenever this is making flour, we know something's going right. We're about to have, like, pie and stuff for a while. Alright, so we have 0.75 and 1. Right, and the archaeological dig. Also, there's this. We actually could get this going, right? Oh no, except we never ever have any food. It's a problem. Not a lot we could do about it, probably. That's half a point of reputation. That's pretty hard to pass up. We're gonna have to buy that. The beaver clan support would also be cool to have, but yeah, we have to have this, right? So let's put all that on the table. No, wait, sorry, what am I doing? This is not a trade thing. We have to have the amber. So I need from you 11 amber. So how do I generate all that value? We have extra packs of crops that we could save up for this. But they're pretty valuable. Extra packs of provisions that we could sell. We have to get to 13 in total. The barrels are pretty valuable. We don't need this copper ore, right? That's not how we're going to get our metals. And then we can make up the difference on copper ore, or like, honestly, it's not that much wood. Yeah. We'll just make it up on wood. That's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Half a point of reputation for sure. Thanks, friend. So this forester's hut is currently not being worked. The mushrooms come during which season? Which one of these things was that? I don't know the icons well enough. During drizzle, okay. So it's not important that this thing be peopled right this second anyway. In theory, they're building stuff, but we still only have 7 tools in the stockpile. Alright, needs are being met. We are 4 points away. With a pretty easy couple of points here, just kind of sitting around on the map, waiting to be taken advantage of. Huh. We have too much. Yeah, we have too much in the stockpile. Well then, y'all can come and do this then. Work on this for the moment. This thing, we won't get any value out of assigning people to it just yet, so let's not worry about it. This doesn't do anything. 3 clay per minute is probably not valuable. The fungal guide will have some effect. You know, it'll produce more mushrooms from what it'll help us produce more mushrooms over time, starting with the mushroom production we're doing right now. So I guess that's something. Okay, we did just hit another reputation threshold. And we're now reading as 17 tools. What's the amount that we need for this? 24. We'll probably just hold off and do this one first. Okay, and we're still generating points from resolve as well, which is rad. So, sacrificing reduces hostility, but does it pull the number down permanently, or is it while you are sacrificing that it just it applies like a temporary buffer? I don't actually know. I'm realizing, and you burn through stuff so quickly, it's almost like terrifying to even test. Oh yeah, we ran out those big herb deposits. That's a shame. Well, if we're just grabbing these, then we probably ought to pull this back here. Actually have it be adjacent to the deposits it's working on. And sadly, this small foragers camp doesn't have anywhere else to go. I guess get in here and help them. And that's a huge food problem. I need the ability to produce food from farms, from farmland, but it's just not. It's just not getting there. We need to open up another glade. That's where we're at. We just have to. Yeah. Push through into this little one. See what's what. At this point, it would actually be extremely useful to have another warehouse. So yeah, we can't open this up because we just haven't had the food at any time recently at all. Probably not a good idea to bring on more newcomers. Can't feed the people we have. Gosh, what is taking so long over here? I guess the answer is that they have used all of the metals already. Did we really open up a glade that has no food in it? We have a stormwater geyser, which is like not zero usage, but you can't eat reeds. Yeah, that's pretty grim. That's pretty grim. Okay, well. Is that the fastest? No, definitely not. It's interesting that we can see that this glade has trees sort of scattered through the middly parts. Okay, so favoring you is not currently getting us any more resolve. We're intentionally not taking more people. Well, alright, I'm gonna send this back to the Citadel, I guess. That's rough. I want to get this last point so that we can see if we can get a meaningful blueprint, right? And nobody else is going to hit the thresholds. Oh, all of a sudden now you'll hit the thresholds. Well, whatever. Okay, fine. Let's, the ebb and flow of needs. Let's see if we can get this reputation point so we can see what the blueprints are, and then... Okay, a haunted brewery. A great big fishman cave. Stuff. There's stuff to do here. Also, a swamp wheat field. Wheat is pretty good, but we can't get it with the stuff we have right now. Gosh, a big foragers camp would do so much for us. Alright, what's the story with this Fishman Cave? Fishmen witches will spawn fishmen totems and also impatience points. We can chase them away for a point of reputation using stone, which we could get. There are places where we could get stone. We could get some tablets and stuff if we bribe them, but we should chase them away, right? I don't have a stonecutter's camp up anywhere, but there are for sure places where we could. I guess it makes sense to just do it down here. Nice and close to the traditional warehouse. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that and we'll solve this problem with stone. Trying to enter the Fishman Cave triggers hidden traps. A Fishman totem will spawn every 60 seconds for 5 minutes. That's not so bad. We're going to have to free up some bodies to work on it is all. But we can't do any of it until the stone is settled. And I guess actually I need to free up bodies. All right, you're running mushrooms. The mushroom work can continue. That's important. Okay, we're not out of tools. This can work. Okay, let's get 2 people assigned to that immediately. Where are we on the next trader? 119. Okay, we don't need to do anything about that. That's going to arrive early enough. Okay. I think an herb garden is fine. We could re-roll looking for the big herbalist's hut, but like... Yeah, I think an herb garden is fine. Now we just have to establish a couple of these, get them growing stuff, and... Am I allowed to, like, put an herb garden here and have the... If I just, like, stop working the forester's hut and start working the herb garden, will that work the way I want it to, do you think? Unfortunately here, the way these things are laid together, it does look like it's going to be tough to actually make use of all the fields. Alright, let's destroy this. Y'all are doing critically important work. I don't want to disrupt anything down here. But I can put this herb garden here. And hopefully that is operable. And obviously we're going to have to pull people off of other tasks to actually run the gardens. But one problem at a time, right? Alright, so let's keep track of this. Watching for when that number hits 45. How bad is resolve? You know, it's not great. Okay, we are continuing to produce tools. Not very quickly, as ever. And then, like, repairing this will probably be good for another point of global resolve, right? Let's do this to help push that number back up. Okay. Did I did. I totally did not bother to actually assign those. Okay. So I'm going to unassign all of y'all. This also needs people. And Sother the Ancient, my friend. What have you? You have the design for the Druid's Hut. You have fuel consumption stuff. Yeah. Not actually a ton of things we care about. And honestly, I don't have a lot of spare money at the moment anyway. We have kind of a lot of provision packs. We could buy a lot of flour. Give us something to do for a bit. Yeah, wow, we really do not... We just don't have stuff of value at the moment. Maybe I don't buy anything. You know what? I'm good. We're good. This is a real shame. Because we just don't... It's frustrating to try to use our foresters' huts right now. Increases the production speed of all recipes that use metal ingots by 33%. It gets us our tools slightly more quickly. Come on, gather that stone, would you? It does feel like it has taken them forever. Alright, we're at 40. I'm going to put people on the task and get going here. Okay, we did uncover another 0.75 reputation. Like, we're absolutely good on reputation now that this glade is open. We have the sources that we need to win the game. Or to win this map, I suppose. Okay, so I do need to free some people up because we have to deal with this. We have to deal with this totem nonsense. So who is working a job that's not currently important? You two. These fishman totems are doing terrible things to our resolve. Please handle them. Also, you know, there should be a road out here. Having to run an awful lot of materials an awfully long distance. Ooh, a little bit of this time is gonna overlap. We can't quite get this done before the storm. But this is going to be a pretty good chunk of what we need. Oh, hey, we have finally hit enough tools to send this home. And we almost have the people even to do that. Okay, they're in there. They're working on it. So this is going to get us one, and then... Honestly, just these two caches together is all we need. That harpy just finished, and she was so eager to run back home and rest. Sorry. Guess we may as well keep these numbers blue every moment that we can. So yeah, this difficulty is definitely challenging. Yeah, we're at 6 hostility. I was like, why is everything worse and everybody's marked with bad stuff? But yeah, it's because there's more bad stuff happening. Oh, I can't assign her. There we go. Okay, for some reason, when we finished it, it created 10 million additional totems. And that's bombed everybody's... Okay. Yeah, no, I know. I know, there's fisherman totems. So I fucking hear. Alright, can we just get like a couple extra bodies on this? Just temporarily until we can clean the problem up. And you stop doing the thing you're doing because we need you on this. Okay. So, places that are involved in not currently critical tasks. We probably don't need that stone anymore. Y'all can just start running this stuff. Alright, blight rot cysts should be under control. This Fishman Cave will despawn in a second, so we'll have even more bodies to work with. None of this stuff is... Hostility from woodcutters is decreased by 12. You know what? Whatever. Not currently my greatest concern. Okay, we can put some people back on that. So this is going to require 15 tools. Hey, Jorg, you got any tools by any chance? Of course not. Of course not, my dude. He does have the recipe for a small farm, though. Yeah, okay, well, I guess I do have 20 amber here, so we may as well use it. And then also I will just buy, like, other food from you. Yeah, your biscuits. Biscuits are good. There we go. Food and stuff to make food. And I guess, you know, we don't actually have to go super hard on the tools. We could also have just finished the aesthetics order. I think we're a little bit short tool-wise. Yeah, I need 4 more tools, which is to say I need this design to get run twice. So we do need a little bit more fossilized dew. Let's see here. This trapper's camp. Wait, do we really not have any? I thought there were eggs up here somewhere. I guess not. Well, guess what? Y'all are going to the farm. The herbalist camp, on the other hand, can definitely simply be moved. Okay, this is currently something we're just out of hands on. We could also finish things just with harpy resolve at this point, honestly. The harpies are so happy. We have made this place such a paradise for harpies that word of mouth alone may get us where we need to go. Yep, that would be the same number of tools. So we just need a little bit more tool production. Okay, I guess it must have finished while I wasn't paying attention. Them running it is the only thing that makes sense to me that might have finished the thing there. And is that No, okay, that's a trader of the last species. We don't have access to the last species just yet. So, Citadel upgrades. The tool shop. Okay, tools, pipes, and barrels. I can see that being useful. Pie, coal, and incense is an interesting set of goods. This has a very similar feel to that. Very efficient production of skewers, and then copper bars. This is a building I can see us taking a lot, actually, the grill. All right, tools, luxury items, building materials. With such a rare gift at your disposal, the Queen's expectations are high. The contents of glades are revealed, but each discovered glade increases impatience. So it's a discovered. Like, still, you have to break them open to trigger the impatience gain. That's interesting. And this seems like kind of a terrible cornerstone, honestly. Maybe I'm judging it too harshly. Also, hey, look at all these deeds. Yeah, continuing to climb difficulties is at least good for some XP. Yeah, wow, because there's a lot of goods that are just like thing you already did, but on Viceroy. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like being rewarded. The hostility modifier is a massive change. You feel that like immediately, and you feel it the whole run. It might be the case that if I'm going to continue pushing up difficulties, I need to get better about sacrificing to the hearth to manage our hostility levels. Okay, these are both royal woodlands. It turns out these are the same. The two tiles are the same anyway. So probably it's just like through here and forward. But that's a problem for tomorrow, Samhain. For right now, let's go collect our rewards. Some fancy rose vines for our home. Bit of XP. Fancier pipes. You know, in case you really want to build a lot of pipes. Fancy thorny reed. No dead villagers. That's worth 50 XP. Against all odds, you protected the lives of all those entrusted to you? Sure, 50. I'm just saying. You know, listen, I'm not trying to look a gift queen in the mouth or anything. But what if, but what if she gave me a dozen times more stuff? You can see more of the world map at the beginning of a cycle. All towns unveil more of the world map. That's something. We don't quite have enough food to unlock both of these nodes, sadly. Hearths upgrade to the district level. I wonder how many planks you get when you pick planks as an embarkation bonus. Starting ability for the beavers is really not all that exciting. Every settlement starts with more planks. That's probably actually worth having. All traders will have +1 cornerstone or blueprint for sale. I mean, that's not bad, right? 10% on the perks and blueprints. Yeah. All right. Well, let's take this. We can get that last hearth upgrade. And then, you know, reaching up to the Brass Forge level 4 and getting the ability to start with some planks probably is pretty good. So do I want to pick up one of these? Yeah, 10% more meta resources is a thing that's worth unlocking. So it turns out you probably don't have to stress too much about machinery and artifacts, because you just, like, you almost can't spend them fast enough. Everything requires so much food. Yeah, okay. So, we've done some good work. There is a considerable amount of good work in our future if we want to get to this seal, though. So, let's just take a moment and bask in it, rest up, and then when you come back next time, we are pushing forward into this bandit camp, which is probably not a big, honestly. Who cares? After all the fishmen we've dealt with, bandits are nothing. Yeah, we'll push forward into this bandit camp and hopefully survive. I'm pretty sure I'm not putting us up on the next difficulty, but you know, we'll keep looking at it. We'll keep turning things up as appropriate. And we'll see you then.